Hey everyone, Fatty from Pack a Punch Traders here. Going to make a quick video lesson going over recognizing key levels and how to play off of those. So we'll start off with the morning with VIVK. We had this massive gapper pre-market. We got resistance 470. There is some resistance before this, but I don't know why it's not showing me that because I was on Jared's TD Ameritrade trade, the Thinkorswim, and it shows resistance up in the fives and whatnot. But you can still play off this key level here on the daily chart, 470, we'll call it. And it's not surprising that today it topped out in the mid fours, where there's going to be some resistance right up ahead. We have some resistance from pre-market here as well in the fours, low fours here, where it was topping out. So using those two levels, you could recognize that if it's having a hard time pushing and volumes getting exhausted, that the mid to high fours might be holding as a key level. And at first, when I was making my watch list, this was a top watch. Where are we at here? So I was looking at it. It was up in the fours right here when I was looking at it. So I was thinking, okay, if we come back to the 470 area, we could test to the pre-market, have another test of the pre-market highs. But that never happened because it ended up fading. And I went over on live stream in Tradecaster that I wasn't a huge fan of this, but if it keeps holding the open price of 3 and it starts climbing back, we could definitely have a squeeze back to, I don't know about pre-market highs, but we were recognizing that 470 was a key level at that point. So keep an eye out for that area. And I didn't trade it. The other Pack a Punch traders, Pack a Punch trader, Jared, traded it. He took it from 350 and his best sell was 443. So that was a great trade. Just the patience going through the consolidation as it was figuring out what to do, recognizing the double bottom, higher lows. We had a solid double top here, and when it failed to really convincingly push higher and volume got exhausted, he was selling. He wasn't comfortable with it. So it's really that simple sometimes. Just after some time, you'll start recognizing and reading the chart better, not just recognizing the key levels, but how to play those with price action and volume, combining those together. You can have a good idea of where to sell, where to buy. Another one here, CYN. This one I've been talking about. Another one out of the watch list. Solid call with the red to green move to test the mid fours where there's some more resistance. Because if we see here, in the high fours, we got resistance. And 450 is going to be resistance because whole dollar, half dollar level. Just got to remember that. Those are always going to be key levels as well. Just areas where people are going to be selling and or buying. Just got to keep those in mind. And also red to green. Here you have red to green with previous high day. I was recognizing that a lot of people probably still betting against this or trying to get out of their position from the initial day one move here. They're still getting squeezed out because we'd have low volume. If there's a lot of shorts packed in, they're having a hard time getting out with low volume. So it's still holding up, looking to head higher. The overall trend is up, but recognizing that red to green is really close to previous high day. So if it holds up around there, you can get a nice move. And then lastly, NKTX. This one right here, out of the watch list as well. Good calls today. So here we are. Had that first green day. That was a weird move. It was very choppy and trappy. Late day, it had a push, but it ended up having a high of 1895, and that's where we're having a hard time pushing past now. We're playing this as a multi-day breakout. I started playing it as a multi-day bounce, so my entry is 1771. Sizing in to the break here. When it failed to break down, we had a double bottom, and then we started uptrending. You can even draw it so you can get a better idea of the trend here. Cracks it for a moment, but no volume. You see that? There's no force behind the selling. And that's what kept me patient throughout this. I foolishly got in the spike and then had to be patient and live through this dip. So wasn't a huge fan of that. But recognizing the key level of 17 and a half, that it held open price of 17, it held red to green solid double bottom. It's just slowly making higher lows, just leveling up, and you get the strong push right into a resistance level. Next up, we have 20, as that is where it topped out after hours, and we have some resistance here from November, December, or October and December, or October, November. My bad, Jesus Christ. But after that, I think we can really get a strong push. We'll see what this thing does. It is still holding up. It's spiking on strong volume, but the pullbacks, not that significant a force behind those. And now it's holding up on no volume, uptrending. I'm thinking this thing could continue higher. CYN here. What else do we got? That is kind of it. Just want to go over recognizing where I might be recognizing, or where I see key levels. Excuse me. A little bit tired this morning. Um, just thinking how shorts are, where there might be a key level based off of the consolidation. How I was looking at CYN yesterday, we had some choppiness. It had a hard time really breaking past the mid to high threes here. So I was thinking there's a lot of sellers pushing it, keeping it down here. But at the same time, it's holding up. So if it fails to break down, to me, that is going to be a key level. Not because just intraday I see this action, but at the same time, it's a key level on the daily chart. So, just where these pops are, whereas you got some sideways action. So this thing has a lot of overhead resistance, but also not much volume behind them. So if we get a volume day like this first green day, I think this thing could have a massive squeeze. But right now, it's just chopping around. So just a quick lesson, I guess not that quick, going over once again price action, volume, trend, recognizing key levels. Let's go back to NKTX. So this thing right now is just consolidating because people are weighing it down from the multi-day break area. Bag holders are probably selling into it. Short sellers are betting against this. If this continues to hold up, fails to break down, we'll definitely get a squeeze higher to 20, probably more than that. So that's it for now. Decent little morning. Just a quick little over $300. I will be looking to rebuy this. I took this from 1771 to 1877. 300 shares. Not the greatest percent gain, but I was recognizing the resistance around that area. So I'm going to sit back, see how this develops, and I'll re-enter. And that was kind of the plan here, looking for it to test 19. Where are we at? Yeah. So some good calls right out of the watch list. Besides that, we'll be back later on with some more video lessons, going over the top watches for later. And if there's any other plays later on that I trade, we'll review those and whatever lessons we get. So right now, hope you got a takeaway from this video lesson. Give us a like and subscribe to our channel. Follow us on Twitter at Pack-a-Punch Traders. Where are we at? Oh, I don't have it. I post the watch list there. I post the updates and whatnot. So check us out there. And if you want to check out live streams, live trades, talk to us, ask us some questions. We'll answer it right there in real time. Check us out on tradecaster.com for low-cost live stream. Besides that, hope everyone had a great morning, and let's finish the day strong.